You ate the right foods. You stayed active. You followed all the advice. Protein for breakfast, walks in the evening. You even added supplements because someone told you it would help. And yet, your legs still feel slower. Your arms tire more easily. Your body, despite everything you're doing, keeps telling you the same thing. I'm not bouncing back like I used to. So you wonder, did I not try hard enough? Am I missing something? Or is this just what getting older feels like? But deep down, a quieter question begins to rise. What if I'm doing everything right, and it's still not working? And that, right there, is the truth so many older adults carry. You're not lazy, you're not giving up. You're doing everything you can. But somehow, your strength keeps slipping through the cracks. The harder you try, the more invisible the results feel. You recover slower. You sleep, but it's not deep. You eat well, but don't feel nourished. You exercise, but your muscles don't rebuild the way they used to. And after a while, it starts to wear you down in ways no one else can see. That feeling of doing your best and watching your body ignore it. That feeling of showing up but getting weaker anyway. And here's the secret no one talks about. It may not be your fault at all. Because the problem isn't that you're not giving enough. It's that your body isn't receiving the signal it needs to rebuild. Yes, protein matters. But protein is not the master switch. It's just one tool. And tools don't work if the engine they support is no longer running well. You don't need more effort. You need better signaling. That hidden system inside your body, the one that tells your cells when to grow, when to heal, when to rest. That system changes after 60. And unless you learn how to reset it, your body will stay stuck in low gear, no matter what you eat or how hard you try. But there's hope. Because the real answer to muscle loss after 60 isn't about chasing more fuel. It's about restoring what helps your body use the fuel it already has. And in the next few minutes, you'll see exactly what that missing piece is, why so many older adults overlook it, and how one simple mineral can change the way your body responds to everything else you're already doing. This isn't about starting over. This is about finally making all your efforts count. Most people think building muscle is simple. Eat enough protein, move your body, rest, repeat. But after 60, your body starts changing in ways that make that formula incomplete. You could be eating plenty of protein and still feel weaker each week. You could be following all the right steps and still see no progress. And here's why. Protein doesn't build muscle on its own. It's not the signal. It's the raw material. And if your body's internal wiring, your hormones, your energy system, your recovery cycle isn't working properly, then that protein, it just floats, unused, unprocessed, unhelpful. Because real muscle repair begins before protein even arrives. It starts inside your cells, inside a tiny structure called the mitochondria, your body's energy engine. When you're young, these engines are fast and efficient. They take the food you eat, turn it into fuel, and power your muscles to grow, heal, and stay strong. But as we age, those engines slow down. Bit by bit, quietly. You don't notice it at first, until one day your energy dips for no reason. Or your legs feel shaky after doing something simple. Or you wake up tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. That's not just fatigue. That's a signal from your mitochondria. We're struggling. And it doesn't end there. The hormones that once helped your muscles grow quickly, testosterone, growth hormone, begin to fade too. And when those signals dim, your body starts shifting from growth to preservation, from repair to protection. It's like your body says, let's stop rebuilding. Let's just hold on to what we have. The problem is that mindset doesn't rebuild strength. It holds you in survival mode. And no amount of protein can override a survival signal. You could double your intake, triple your supplements, and still your muscles won't listen. Because the message your body is sending, the internal language of your cells, is saying, now is not the time to grow. So if you want to truly change the outcome, you have to change the message. You have to speak your body's language again. You have to turn the lights back on in those tiny engines. And that starts not with eating more, but with giving your cells what they need to function, what they need to feel safe again, and what they need to respond to the protein you're already giving them. That missing link. We'll uncover it in a moment. And when you do, you'll understand why so many seniors keep doing the right things but feel stuck in place. The good news, you don't have to stay stuck. Because there's one quiet mineral that holds the key to resetting your entire recovery system. And chances are, you've been running low on it for years without even knowing. Its name doesn't sound exciting. You won't see it in bold letters on a supplement commercial. No flashy promises, no hype. But magnesium is one of the most important minerals your body will ever use. And if you're over 60, chances are you're not getting enough of it. Most people think magnesium is just about muscle cramps or digestion. But the truth runs much deeper. Magnesium is the spark behind more than 300 different processes in your body. That's not a marketing line. That's biology. Every time your heart beats, every time your muscles contract, every time your body creates energy, magnesium is there, silently working behind the scenes. Now here's something almost no one knows. Your body makes a form of energy called ATP. It's what powers everything, from blinking, to lifting, to walking across the room. But ATP can't do anything by itself. It's inactive on its own. To become usable, ATP must bind to magnesium. That's the real working version. It's called MAGI-ATP. Magnesium and ATP a pair. So when you're low on magnesium, it doesn't matter how much food or protein you're eating, your body simply can't convert it into usable strength. You feel tired, drained, like you're always pushing but never getting ahead. And that's not because you're weak. It's because your engine is missing its key. Magnesium also calms the nervous system. It helps quiet stress hormones like cortisol and supports the activity of GABA, your brain's natural signal to slow down and rest. This matters because recovery is not just physical, it's also neurological. If your nervous system stays on all the time, your body believes it's under threat. And when you're in that state, your body doesn't build muscle. It breaks it down. That's why deep, restful sleep is so important. Because it's during sleep that your body does its real work. It rebuilds tissue, regulates hormones, stores new memories. And guess what? Supports all of that. Magnesium. So if you've been waking up tired, if your sleep feels light, broken, or restless, if your muscles don't recover like they used to, it might not be your bedtime routine. It might be your magnesium. But here's the tricky part. Even if you eat well, magnesium is easy to lose. Stress uses it up. Some medications block it. And modern farming has stripped it from much of our food. So even if you're doing everything right, you could still be missing this one key ingredient. That's why so many people feel like they're running on empty. Not because they lack discipline, but because they lack magnesium. The beautiful part, once you begin to restore it, your body responds, your sleep deepens, your energy returns, your muscles begin to repair again. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily from the inside out. And it all starts by choosing the right kind of magnesium in the right way at the right time. That's what we'll explore next. Sometimes the signs are obvious. Other times, they're easy to miss. You feel a twitch in your eyelid. Your legs cramp in the middle of the night. You toss and turn, unable to sink into sleep. You wake up feeling like you barely rested at all. But you don't make the connection. You think, it's just stress. It's just age. It'll pass. But your body is speaking, and magnesium is often what it's asking for. Let's take a moment to listen. If you've been feeling tired during the day, but wired at night, if your muscles feel tight even without activity, if you've been more irritable lately or sensitive to noise and light, if your heartbeat sometimes feels uneven when you're at rest, these could be whispers, gentle alerts from your body that it's running low on something vital. Many older adults brush these signals off. They think, I'm just getting older, and that belief can be heavy. Because when you expect decline, you stop looking for solutions. But what if those symptoms aren't just aging? What if they're invitations? Invitations to restore something that's quietly been fading. That's what magnesium depletion feels like. Not dramatic, not sudden, but persistent. A slow unraveling of your energy, your mood, your muscle tone. And if no one tells you what to look for, you might spend years chasing the wrong solutions. More caffeine, more protein, more effort. But the truth is, you don't need to push harder. You need to listen deeper. There's one symptom, especially common after 60, that surprises many people. Leg cramps. Not just from exercise, but from resting, from sleep. That sharp, sudden pain that wakes you up at 2 a.m., the kind that makes you rub your calf or foot for minutes before it releases. That's not just dehydration. It's often a magnesium imbalance. And here's what's truly frustrating. You may have brought it up to your doctor, only to be told it's normal. But pain is never just normal. It's information. Your body isn't trying to scare you. It's trying to guide you. And when magnesium levels drop, your ability to handle stress, movement, recovery, and rest all get disrupted at once. It's not just physical. It touches every system. Muscle, mood, memory, sleep. And if you don't know what to look for, you'll assume it's your fault. But it's not. And it's not too late to change the course. Because now you know what to watch for. And in the next part, you'll learn exactly which types of magnesium are best for your needs, how they work differently, and what most people get wrong when they try to fix it. Because not all magnesium is created equal, and the kind you choose can make all the difference. So, now you know. Magnesium matters. But here's the part most people miss. It's not just about taking magnesium. It's about taking the right kind. Because not all forms are created equal. Some go right through you, barely absorbed. Others support your muscles, your mind, and your recovery like nothing else. So let's make it simple. There are many forms of magnesium out there. Let's start with one you've likely seen. Magnesium oxide. It's cheap, it's everywhere. But your body doesn't absorb it well. In fact, it often just passes through your system, offering very little support. It might help with constipation, but if you're looking to rebuild strength, it won't do much. Now consider magnesium glycinate. This one's gentler on your stomach, and it actually gets where it needs to go. It helps calm the nervous system. It soothes tight muscles. And it supports deeper, more restful sleep. If you feel anxious, tense, or wake up feeling unrefreshed, glycinate could be your ally. Then there's magnesium citrate. It's a little more stimulating. It helps with digestion and cramping. If your muscles feel tight, if your gut feels sluggish, citrate might be a good fit. And then we have magnesium threonate. This one is special. It crosses into your brain. That means it may help with mental clarity, with focus, with the fog that sometimes sneaks in after 60. It's not for everyone. But if you've felt mentally worn out despite resting, this form might help you reconnect. So how do you choose? Start with your symptoms. Do you struggle with poor sleep and tension? Glycinate is likely your best friend. Do you deal with leg cramps and irregular digestion? Citrate may bring relief. Do you want to support memory and mood? Threonate can help. And if your goal is restoring muscle strength, really helping your body absorb nutrients and recover after movement, then combining glycinate or malate with gentle training can make a powerful difference. But remember, even the right form won't work if your body doesn't have the right conditions to receive it. That's why timing matters too. Taking magnesium before bed can support deeper sleep. Taking it after light activity can support muscle recovery. And pairing it with nutrients like vitamin D helps your body absorb and use it more effectively. Because these nutrients don't work in isolation. They're partners. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D, and vitamin D helps you absorb magnesium. It's a cycle, a conversation your body is trying to complete. And when that cycle flows, energy returns, strength rebuilds. You don't just feel less pain. You feel more you. So, don't settle for a bottle at the pharmacy shelf and hope for the best. Start with awareness. What is your body asking for? What are you truly missing? And most importantly, what are you finally ready to restore? Because when you choose the right kind of magnesium for the right reason at the right time, you don't just fix a deficiency. You change the way your body feels again. And that is the real beginning. There's a moment when you start to wonder, is this just how it's going to be now? A little slower, a little weaker, a little less sure of your own steps. And that question, it can settle deep. You look at your efforts, the walks, the healthy meals, the routines, and you think, why isn't it working? But let me tell you something few people ever hear. It's not that your body has stopped trying. It's that it hasn't been given the right message. After 60, your body changes, not because it's giving up, but because it's adapting to the signals it receives. If those signals say, rest, hold back, protect, then your body listens. It shifts into survival. It stops prioritizing growth. Even if you eat well, even if you move, if the underlying signal is off, your body simply won't rebuild. But here's the part that matters most. You can change the signal. You can help your body shift from fear to safety, from shutdown to recovery, from decline to strength. And it doesn't take something extreme. No crash diets, no exhausting workouts, no complicated protocols. Sometimes it starts with one mineral, one shift in your routine, one new message your body hasn't heard in years. You're safe now. You can heal. That's what magnesium helps restore. Not just muscle energy, but trust. Your body begins to trust that it's not in constant defense, that it can rest, repair, rebuild, and when that happens, something shifts. You don't just feel stronger, you feel calmer, you sleep deeper. You wake with energy that doesn't disappear by noon. You start moving more, not because you have to, but because you want to, because your body is finally responding again. Not perfectly, not instantly, but faithfully, like it remembers who it used to be. And it's finding its way back. So if you've been thinking, it's too late, I'm too far gone, let me offer another thought. Your body may just be waiting for you to believe in it again, to stop fighting it, and start feeding it the things it's quietly been asking for. Not with noise, but with understanding. And when you do, you'll stop feeling like you're disappearing and start remembering what it feels like to come back home to yourself. You've carried a lot, years of effort, moments of doubt, quiet victories no one saw. You've kept moving, kept hoping, kept showing up, even when your strength didn't return the way you wanted it to, even when your legs felt heavy, even when your heart whispered, maybe this is just how it is now. But you stayed curious, and now you know something most people never hear. That weakness isn't always a warning. Sometimes it's a request. Your body isn't broken. It's not quitting. It's calling, asking for what it truly needs to come back to life. Not louder effort, but deeper support. And now you know what that looks like. Magnesium isn't magic, but it is essential. It's not a shortcut, but it opens the road. It helps your body use what you're already giving it: your protein, your food, your rest. It doesn't replace movement. It makes movement matter again. It doesn't create strength out of nowhere, but it unlocks the ability to rebuild what's been slowly slipping away. So don't chase perfection. Don't measure your days by what you can't do anymore. Measure them by how you show up, by what you choose to nourish, by how gently you begin again. Every time you take a small step toward healing, you change the direction of what comes next. You shift from waiting for decline to participating in recovery. You become the partner your body has been waiting for. Because strength, real strength, isn't about how much you lift. It's about how well you listen. And today, you've started listening differently. So now I invite you not to do more, but to go deeper, to trust that your body is still listening too. And if you felt seen in this message, if something in you said, yes, this is what I've been waiting for, then don't walk this road alone. Subscribe to Senior Fit, because this is where we remember. Growing older doesn't mean growing smaller. It means growing wiser, stronger, and still moving forward, one calm step at a time.